Here's something that we run into periodically with sales training. Um, I remember my first experience with sales training back in the mid 90s. Yes, I was 12 at the time. Um, it was the old VHS cassette tapes, believe it or not. Um, but it had a model. I think it was four letters. I think the acronym was FUEL, and each letter stood for a different step in the sales process. But my point is that those models are kind of dangerous when it comes to our sales success at our credit union. Here's what I mean. I think those models are great from a training standpoint. I get it. It has a flow to it. One builds on the other. The acronym makes it memorable, etc. I get that. However, here's the challenge with those types of programs. In the real world, when your employees are in front of members, they shouldn't be thinking about a model. They shouldn't be thinking, okay, I did A, now comes B, and then I got to prepare for C, D, and E, okay? The successful sales with your members is a conversation, period, end of story. And as we know from every kind of conversation, or right kind of conversation, it's not linear. It's fluid. It ebbs and flows. So the flow for the sales conversation could be BDCA or something along those lines. Our employees have to be able to think on their feet. They have to be confident in their ability in A, B, C, and D, but they got to block that out of their mind when they're in front of the member, and they have to approach it strictly as a conversation. Here are the questions that I want to ask, because these are the types of information, the bits of information, I should say, that I want to learn about this member. But it really has to be fluid. And so that's what I'd like to emphasize to you today is you may learn sales training or sales skills as a model, but don't apply it as the model. And if you're a coach watching this, a people leader for those sales teams, reinforce this with your coaching, that it has to be fluid. People have to be able to think on their feet. They have to be able to navigate the conversation or orchestrate the conversation with their member. That's how the skills and behaviors that they learn in that sales training makes all the difference, is facilitating that conversation with the member, not sticking to the model.